My name is Aisha Mohammed. I am 17 years old. When we're out playing, I forget about everything. In school, they taught me how to understand my emotions, and now I feel better. I can forget about everything that happened to us before we moved here.
Aisha and tens of thousands of other school-aged children in northeastern Nigeria want to forget their recent past, which has been scarred by Boko Haram attacks. The terrorists destroyed schools, forced children to flee, and murdered teachers.
It really affects us seriously. First, the destructions of school. Secondly, the resources we have, like the textbooks, whatever we have in the school, was burned. Thirdly, the children themselves, they were left school for 2 to 3 years. What they were being taught before was gone.
In Borno and 4 other states, students who have been displaced by violent extremists are enrolling in the unique 9-month Education Crisis Response Program, which is funded by USAID and implemented by Creative Associates International and its partners. The fragile emotional state of these young learners presents unique challenges for educators.
This is a community that have lost hope. They don't know where to eat today. They don't know where to sleep. They don't know what will happen to them next time. They have lost everything. Then you came in with education, that you want to impact their life with education. It was not an easy task.
It is a major endeavor. 93% of teachers and more than 50% of students are traumatized because of the deadly Boko Haram insurgency.
In the first time when they came, some of them could not hear word. You're talking to them, one is jumping. He couldn't even recognize that this is a teacher in the class at the first place. Some of them you find they will just feel as if they are tired, they want to go home, they'll go home.
About being from Arab school, they are also traumatized. There are a lot of violence that they witness. So as a result, there is need for them to have a package, educational package, that will deal with that aspect of trauma. And fortunately, that social emotional learning and the ECR project is tackling exactly that problem. So how? There are 5 competencies in that social and emotional learning. The whole of the thing is engineered towards building the mental capacity of the child by making his cognitive aspect is developed. Then how to regulate his emotional impulse, and then interpersonal relation with others. Then there are skills of conflict resolution and the stress they endure. How do they persevere?
The Education Crisis Response Program also relies on trusted community members to teach in the non-formal learning centers. Called facilitators, they are essential to the social-emotional learning process and receive specialized training and ongoing support to deal with these unique students.
First of all, they train us how to be patient. What you have to do is you have to be part of them, show them that what they went through, this is not the end of the life for them. So you have to be patient with them, and you have to be like a guidance to them, so that they show them that what they feel, you also feel about what they've gone through. So you should teach them in one way or the other.
Now the teacher is a facilitator. That's why the instructors there are called learning facilitators. They facilitate knowledge, teaching and learning. So, and this facilitation, involve, group work, peer, method and what have you. So you can see the children are involved.
In addition to creating a safe environment, social-emotional learning classes focus on helping students to overcome trauma, resolve conflict, cope with anger, and de-escalate behavior problems.
We should also provide materials that will attract the students. For example, there was a lesson we treated, how do they feel? Some feel happy. You notice how one is happy and you notice how one is sad. You have to make sure you put up your mind and see in your class that every child in that class, is he okay? How is he feeling? Or how is she feeling? So you will notice and then find a solution to how you will solve their problems or how they've gone through their trauma.
The environment is accepted, so they will not believe that there is no more danger around them. Tomorrow they will be willing to come back to the class.
Aisha is energetic and enjoys playing with her friends. She has newfound hope that she attributes in part to the social-emotional component of the Education Crisis Response Program.